Yo, haha, Miltnificent.
What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another video. Today I have the Peeko 4-liter, at least the in-home sauna. Actually, you can actually put it in your garage. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually take a look at this product because, from what I understand, this is something that can be beneficial to your health. The only thing about this is that this is not going to be the final resting place where I'm going to put the sauna, because you need about 82 inches off the ground in order to actually assemble and use it. So what I'm going to do for the majority of this video, you'll see, different segments, different pictures, and I'll kind of be explaining what I'm doing in terms of like the actual installation. From what I understand, the borders, the frames, the 4-liter tank that this comes in is supposed to get about 60 minutes of water. So if you put 60 minutes, if you put 4 liters of water in for about 60 minutes, it can last you in terms of the sauna usage. And there's multiple different heating levels that you can use when you use this product. And of course, when you know, if you know, the sauna in terms of the usage for health is beneficial to blood flow. So there are different types of beneficial health factors for this actual product. So I'm going to put this together real quick. Don't want to take too much of your time, but I do want to assemble together. I'm anxious to see what this thing, at least what it includes. I'm pretty sure it includes like a mini chair where you can sit down, kind of unwind and focus. And also, if you have some vapor products, this is probably another good product to actually have in the house for you, at least for blood flow. So sit back, relax, going to put this thing together, and I'll explain what I'm doing as I'm going. Your boy Miltnificent, let's get into it. Building 101, make sure you put the product out, like just lay it out like this. It'll make your life so much easier when you're trying to put everything together. You can see those are the A frame, the B frame, C frame, D frame. You get the idea. Now let's continue going. All right, it's gonna look sort of like this. And if you notice, it's real easy to follow the instructions. You can't miss this, but I'll show you some pictures momentarily, and you'll see from a better angle. So as you're looking at this, you'll see that pretty much the frames are spread out, and you're looking at the connectors in between. So these are J3s. As you're moving across in that Pentagon phase, you'll see that these are the J2 connectors. That's the J1 connector. You'll see the difference in between. It's not really that hard to kind of put everything together, but I would recommend putting the base done first before you start working the poles, and they'll tell you that in the steps. So now we're looking at the base as it's sitting inside the actual cover. It's going to make it easier for you to assemble once you put everything all together, but this should be like your next step. Make sure the base just sits in there so you can see the cover unfold towards the bottom as you're looking at it right now. So this is the part where you're looking at, like if you look on the left, you'll see that everything, the frame is pretty much assembled, and all you're doing is just a bunch of A pieces and J1 pieces pretty much put together, but there's 5 different poles that make that pentagon shape, and they're going to go directly into the base that you just put into the actual cover. So hopefully you get that, and you should be good to go. Put the top base on top of the poles that you just put together, and then place the cover over top. There's a zipper system at the top that wraps around the base on the top. And then there's a zipper system down here. So just keep that in mind when you're putting this together, that it has to wrap around. This actually might fit in my basement. I didn't realize it was not that tall. I'll show you the measurements in just a sec. Okay, so this is the part where it's kind of towards the end because you have everything assembled, but I'm going to show you real quick. So this is the tank, and then this is the long tube that comes with the package. That long tube is going to go from the top cover of the tank to the actual frame, or at least the cover. And if you notice, the plastic piece, the shorter plastic piece, it's 2 pieces. One will feed in this hole, which is the bottom, and then when you go on the inside, you'll see that it's feeding, or it's going to screw the other piece, the other plastic piece in. And the idea is that it's screwing both sides, so it tightens the fabric so that steam won't escape. You're going to take that shorter tube and go to the actual steamer, which is going to release the steam in the actual sauna. My suggestion, just kind of my advice, make sure this is pushed up as far as possible. You want to be able to make sure it's tight so the steam, or at least the steam, traps the actual vapors coming in, and then it releases in these holes. So, once again, the idea, the shorter tube will be here. It'll go into the screw connector on this side. There'll be a plastic side that goes on this side that feeds the long tube and goes to the top piece. Now let's see how this thing kind of functions. All right, so one thing I do want to say is that this is the remote, but it doesn't come with this battery. You have to kind of order, or at least have, a CR 2025 model battery. That goes in here. It's pretty simple. The actual tank itself has the power functionality in terms of the buttons for the timer and the heat and everything, but if you wanted to use the convenience of the remote, that's just my warning to you. Just make sure you have this one in stock. If you look at the manual, it'll tell you to fill it to the top, and that's because if you're going to use 60 minutes worth of the sauna, definitely do it. One thing to note, when you put the cover on, make sure you place it, and see if you can see right here, but make sure when you place this and align this in the hole, you're going to turn it, but it's going to turn counterclockwise. I would suggest using maybe 2 hands, but make sure, and you'll feel it because it's kind of tight, but turn it counterclockwise to make sure it tightens, and this will seal the actual tank. And of course, when you plug it up, this will be the power button. You'll have your heating functionality right here, your timer here. So if I do this, you can see that it starts by 45 minutes with 12 heating. These are the different levels of heat you can go. I usually go to the max because that's how I like it, but basically you can adjust the timers right here. There we go. We're going to start seeing, so make sure that thing is secure tight there. So I pass steam, you can see the steam starting to come up. I'll close this bad boy and start using it and go from there. I think it's just safe to say that this works. This works really well. Wow, your body will just feel amazing as soon as you get done. Definitely give this a try.